So indirectly, if you go in definition, it's a group of statements to perform a specific task. So you can make a group of statements to perform a specific task. Take like say, suppose you want to make a function to analyze a data, which include reading a file from a respective source and cleaning the file, and then you putting a static function on top of this, and then thereafter you are saying visualization should be done. So similarly, this four statement can be clubbed together to make a function. Whenever user call that function, this four statement will get executed. That's a main requirements. Let's go for the basic this syntax, then we'll go ahead with the complex one. So I'll say def for defining a function, and the function name is, I say, let it be msg1 parenthesis, then a colon, indicate that we are ending this line. Then indentation would be there, very important one. Thereafter you are writing this any statement, say msg1 function body, shift enter. And value, when you call message one, you will be getting the you'll be asking Python to execute the function body. So while the Python executing function body, will execute the all statement which is available inside the function body. In our case, it's only print statement which will be get executed. That's a normal statement. So thereafter, if somebody asks me if I want to pass the value parameters in between this function, so then let me take example name and age, two parameters I taken. Then subsequently printing the value given by user, age. So whenever user given a value, say I say Rajiv and 33, so respective body will get executed. And being as Python is not data type centric variables, so based on value passed by user, you'll typecast the value. If I write like this, we'll take 33 in name and Rajiv in an age. So which technically is wrong, but being data set neutral ecosystem, will typecast the value based on the value passed by the user. But we have to make sure that we pass the both the values. If I write like this, I'll be getting an error because this age parameter is not being given as a value. So for handling this sort of request, we do have option of defining functions with a default value. Look like suppose we had taken a message to function name and age. If I say if user is not specifying age, let it be 0 colon, then I'm giving the same statement which I had given earlier, name, age. If I say Rajiv only, so I'll be getting age as 0, as age which is defined as default value as 0. So even if you just specify value, then it override the 0 with the given value. Say Rajiv, I'll say 33. And one more case is available with default or non-default function. That is, you can specify the parameters with their name, even though you are changing your location. Say I say age is 33, name is Rajiv. So even though you swapped the location of your variables, but as you had specified the parameters name, it's good to go to assign the respective value at the respective locations. So in this case, name is considered 33 and Rajiv and considered as a age. But here, as we had specified, 33 should be available for age, and Rajiv should be available for name. Then subsequently, this Python will take a call and assign the variables accordingly. That's a normal case. So for let's see the returning values from functions. Look like I'll take a function, say get sum. I'm specifying two numbers, n1 and n2. I'm saying let's print sum is whatever n1 plus n2. So it worked perfectly, no issue. But we cannot assign the output to a variable. So let me show value of x is, it's giving me none. For if you want any value to be transferred to the calling variables, so we need to use return keyword. Whatever value you want to transfer, you can give it here and transfer the value accordingly. It doesn't belong to the body part. It can be a different value altogether, which is not related to the function. So whatever you write in return, it pass the value in X. If you even if you specify that variable value with any value which is not pertaining to your function call, then also you can do the same. So return would be a would be a last statement of function. So after the return, this function will get called off. So let's go for the second case. Wherever I'm looking for passing more than one value in a single parameter. Likewise, let's take get val. I'll say name and marks. Print. I say let it be name as a name which is given by user, and marks as marks given by user. So if I call this function, first and foremost I need to specify both the variables, as I am not given the marks as default. So it should be there. I cannot go like this. Okay, good to go. Even though it is not available that I can give more than one value, because it's not specified in a parameter list that you are having provision of accepting more than two values. As per definition of function, it is two parameters was permitted. So you have two options: either you make as a collection, you can pass it back to the function. Even the user is saying, I don't want to make a this collection data like list tuple and other things. So if you want to continue the feature of accepting multiple values inside a variable, even if you can allowing a function to accept a null value. Null means you are not specifying anything; it's taken as a default. Null is not there currently, so we'll be taking null in subsequent sessions. So we are using here var variables type parameter, which is allowing us 0 or multiple values in a parameter. Let's take in account. So here if I not specify marks, so let's take, so earlier I was getting error. I'll go ahead. If I specified normal marks, then also I'm good to go. Even if I am passing multiple marks, then also I am good to go. So this asterisk symbol indicate this whatever value you are putting it on in, with variable, it would be a 0 or multiple. So it is highly recommended you put your this as var variable as a last argument only, so that Python should not get confused with the values. Next, let's go for fundamental of docstring. Docstring you can say is a documentation, is a extra information, or you can say additional information of function. So how to write docstrings? Let's say get sum n1 plus n1 comma n2. I'll say print sum is whatever. And while calling this function, I want the user should get a additional information. I'll say this function will be used to get to sum the given parameters. That's it. Simple message. It will not affect the execution of the function. No change in call or execution. Nothing. It just help you to take information. If you call the function and you shift tab, you'll get this docstring information. This information will useful for user, the person who is not having idea of your function body, and you want an indication for a user. While the user is using a function, he'll get to know this what is the utility of this function and all. So for that purpose, you can use docstring. Docstring should be a make sure you should be a immediate next statement of your function call. Immediate next statement. of function declaration. Function design. And if you write anything after that, this would not be considered as a doctrine. It should be immediate next. And we can have an internal function calls, means one function can call other functions. Likewise, I say def get msg1. msg, I'll say message is just for readability. I'm putting this greater than sign, and I'm making one more function. Get msg2 name and message msg. I'll say name is, and I say message. For message, I'm not going for print. I'm just calling get message. I'm passing the same argument the user has passed to me. I'll say Rajiv. I'll say hi. So while I have called only message2, internally it called message1 and get the output from the message1 also. So there are so many things which we have to take care while calling functions. And they are function case sensitive. You have to make sure that you follow the same case which you had used in declaration part. So we'll keep it till here.